weather. Good morning.
Good morning. Along with the heat, we have showers and thunderstorms in today's forecast. And you can see north and west of the city especially, some may be on the strong side. We're talking about heavy rain, but not just today. We'll be adding it up through at least Sunday, probably into Monday as well. Perhaps as much as 2 to 3 inches of it. So I'll break down the timing so you can plan ahead, including that weekend in the 10-day. Got a lot of new shoes kicking off the school year today. Welcome back in New York City, and it's going to be a hot one. Plenty of sunshine, and once again, be ready for the heat and humidity. Starting off this morning in the mid-70s at the bus stop, feeling the heat already by lunchtime, pushing 90 plus on the thermometer, but it'll feel more like the mid-90s by the time the kids get off at the bus stop. And at that point, too, we may be looking at some showers and thunderstorms starting to get going, especially north and west of the city. That's where we're mostly concerned about that severe potential. And so we have the heavy rain, gusty winds, maybe some hail with these bigger storms. Time frame being later this afternoon, evening, and toward the overnight. And we do it again tomorrow evening. So we have another day that we're going to watch really closely for some of those stronger showers and storms. Heavy rainfall definitely going to be an issue. So let's kind of time it out so you can see most of today is just going to be hot, humid, and sunny. And then you see the flare up of showers and storms about dinner time, mainly to the north and west of the city. Clinton, Sussex, White Plains, Poughkeepsie, Monticello, but be ready for a downpour. So I would tuck that umbrella in if you know you're going to be out for maybe dinner plans later on tonight. And then by midnight, still looking at that chance. A little bit of a reprieve at the bus stop tomorrow, but by the time everyone gets home from school tomorrow afternoon, more showers and thunderstorms continuing to fire up. This is what we're going to be in and out of even Saturday and into Sunday, and perhaps even into early on Monday. So get ready for that. It's a change up in a pattern, but it's a good thing, especially if you're ready for a break, because we will get it. 80 degrees, though, at Central Park right now. Ouch, it feels like 83 with that humidity. So the heat index, once again, in the city, especially pushing mid and upper 90s for a couple of hours during the afternoon. Still really mild and muggy overnight tonight, down to 75 degrees with those showers and thunderstorms again tomorrow. Now I want to manage expectations. We are technically cooler, but 85 with a ton of humidity. It's still going.
LaRosa is taking a look at the weather.
And it's warm and muggy, but clear right now as we look at the radar and satellites. 80 degrees currently at Central Park. So it's another warm one. Head to New Fairfield, Connecticut, where it's warm and mostly sunny, but stormy, warm and muggy tomorrow. We start the cool down heading into next week, but we don't lose the storm threat. So what's causing this and how much longer into next week do we deal with unsettled weather? I'll show you in the 10-day. Aaron, it's up to you. Let's do this. All right. It doesn't feel like football weather, right? We are looking at the potential heat wave in New York City. We haven't had one so far this summer, but we did 92 on Tuesday, 93 yesterday. We are expecting to be about 92 this afternoon. So that would get us that technical heat wave. And then that's it. We're out of the 90s. We still have some pretty warm, humid days to go before we really start to cool off, and that's where we sort of settle heading into next week, down into the 70s. But yeah, a lot to get through still today. It is hot and muggy, and you can see the flags on the plaza not doing anything. Once again, really still, not moving the air, not refreshing at all. 80 at Central Park, the dew point still up in the upper 60s. So yeah, technically a heat index of 83 right now. So as the day goes on, again, no surprise, a lot of sunshine, and we see those temperatures climb up near 90 degrees as early as lunchtime. And that means that heat index will be approaching already at lunchtime the mid and upper 90s. And we stay there for several hours during the afternoon. We start to get to the evening time where we dip into the 80s, and that's about the time we'll start to look to the north and west for the start of some showers and thunderstorms and the start of that next weather pattern that we'll be in. Some of these will be on the strong side, heavy rain, gusty winds, and for tonight or this evening and into tonight, mainly to the north and west. But be ready if you're going to be if you're doing dinner plans out, you may need that umbrella to say the least. But think about that 5-6 p.m. time frame. Those move out after midnight. We get a little reprieve tomorrow morning, so at the bus stop probably pretty quiet. And then we start up another round of showers and thunderstorms here too tomorrow afternoon and evening. Some may be on the strong side, and that again producing some maybe hail even with those stronger thunderstorms. So something to keep in mind for the second half of tomorrow. I know a lot of football games getting back in action. That may be an issue. 92 today with those showers and thunderstorms, and then tonight again holding on to that warmth, 75 degrees. We'll get up to 80.
By taking a look at the weather.
And these numbers look familiar. It was starting off in the 70s, almost 80 degrees at Central Park right now. Yonkers at 75. And then by 3 p.m., everyone pushing close to 90 degrees. Brighton Beach, 87 degrees with lots of humidity. It is after this it'll be tracking some showers and storms, and not the only day by far, tracking it all the way into next week as well in the 10-day. of the heat, which is a good thing, which is, giving you sort of a gut check where we are on the calendar. We are ready to move on, right, to fall, I think, in many ways, weather-wise. It certainly wasn't this hot in July and August. We didn't have a technical heat wave all summer long, and we're getting one right now. But just to kind of give you an idea, yeah, Halloween 54 days away. We have Thanksgiving 77 days away. Christmas 109, almost said 109 degrees. That's what it feels like today. No, but 109 days away, and this blows my mind. 2024 is 116 days. Yeah, so it definitely feels like the heart of summer. I know, right? It is, but this is going to be more like it, more like mid-September heading into next week. It's just going to be one more really brutal day. So prep yourself, prep the kids too, make sure they're staying hydrated. That is key for sure. 79 out the door right now, so we're already feeling it. The heat index technically at 81 today. Heat advisories are up for much of our area for good reason. That's just take it easy. By 1 o'clock lunchtime, already pushing the mid-90s as far as the heat index value goes, close to 100 degrees at times through the afternoon, and then by the evening we're still warm and humid. So 75 degrees by tomorrow morning. That humidity doesn't go anywhere. We do tap down on the level of heat a bit tomorrow. Any other day, we'd probably talk about how hot and terrible it feels tomorrow, 85 degrees, but it'll be nice to not be in the 80s. With that said, we add into the mix now some showers and thunderstorms, really starting later on this evening, especially to the north and west. Some may be on the strong side, and then again tomorrow. So this starts the next weather pattern, in and out of some showers and storms, and really through the weekend, early next week, adding up to quite a bit. So even flash flooding is a concern, maybe as much as 2 to 3 inches of rainfall by Sunday. So this is the front that we're really waiting on. It's going to keep us unsettled, a little bit cooler, yes, but still pretty humid through Monday. That clears as we get into Tuesday briefly and into Wednesday. That's going to help the humidity a lot by the middle of next week. And of course, we're going to be watching how that could or not steer.
We're really watching the temperatures. You can see the issue there, Maria.
Yeah, we have fair skies right now, so that sun will be blazing once more, the view from Jersey City. So as we take a look at Luna, my sweet Luna has a great idea. Just nap in the AC today because it's another hot one. 88 degrees at 11 a.m. Keep an eye on your pets and the kiddos. It's another hot one before we break the heat heading into this evening and tomorrow, but it comes along with storms. Some may be strong too, so I'll time it out coming up in the 10-day.
Thanks so much.
Definitely tough on little bodies too, so make sure they're prepared because already by the recess time, maybe this indoors today, we are going to be approaching 90 degrees. So this morning, yeah, at the bus stop, sweltering and stuffy. By this afternoon, by the time the kids get off at the bus stop, 92 degrees and maybe looking at some storms trying to get going on the radar. But another thing that we've been talking about, of course, along with the high temperatures, just how mild it is in the morning. And one sign that we're hanging on to that humidity, the mild mornings to come, even though we see those high temperatures dip. It's really not until next week that we start to see low temperatures back down into the 60s, which is pretty much on track for this time of year. So still some stuffy mornings too. What we're waiting on is this front. It's not going anywhere. It's taking its time coming on through. So what that means, once we get that storm chance going tonight, we get it again tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, even into Monday, until we get a little bit of a break on Tuesday. The good news is hopefully these series of boundaries coming on through will also keep Hurricane Lee away from the East Coast. That's obviously something that we're going to watch very closely. But we see that haze, kind of a dramatic view right now looking into Nassau County. We have 79 degrees and already feeling like 81 with that heat index factored in, technicality there. But you can see by later on this afternoon, already in fact by lunchtime, approaching with that heat index in the mid-90s. You get that through the whole afternoon. That makes it a little more dangerous. So again, take it easy, stay hydrated, stay inside in the AC if you can. And then 75 degrees overnight with 85 for the high tomorrow. So we take the heat just down a bit. But it's that storm threat that starts to kick in later today. You can see north and west, maybe some gusty winds, definitely the heavy rainfall. But you see by about dinner time, mainly north and west. I think the bus stop tomorrow should be pretty quiet, but the bus ride home tomorrow, we start to see that next round of showers and storms. And that's
Degrees we have right there.
I know. And when we look at Port Jefferson via EarthCam, look at it, it's calm in the harbor. I mean, not one ripple. It's like glass. So no wind, no refreshness out there at all. We do have some showers and storms entering the forecast by tonight and really with us through early next week, adding up to quite a bit of rainfall. So I'll break down the timing of these storms and a look at how it affects the temperatures in the 10-day.
Maria, thank you.
Everyone really is back today for the most part. It's going to be a hot one, sweating at the bus stop for sure. We're already pushing 80 degrees in some spots by lunchtime. Already feeling it, 91 degrees on the thermometer, mid-90s feels like temperatures with a lot of sunshine. It is by the afternoon. afternoon. I think the bus time drop off will be just fine, but chance of storms later as we go through the day. But the forecast is going to start to feel more like school September weather. But we've got to get through today because by next week we're finally consistently back into the 70s. All right, we are looking at live now at Newark Airport. You can see pretty quiet on the tarmac. Got a feel for the workers out there today. Yesterday got up to 97 at Newark. Believe it or not, 1 degree off the record, so not a record high. That's how warm it could get this time of year still. 77 at Newark currently. The dew point's up into the upper 60s, so technically that heat index pushing 80 already, but everyone's going to be pushing into that 90-plus range as early as lunchtime. And for the city, it may be more like pushing closer to 100 degrees by the peak heating of the day. Really, even through dinner time, the feels like temperatures will be near 90 degrees. So when do we cut it short? Well, we're going to get helped along here by some showers and thunderstorms and more clouds. Some may be on the strong side heading into this evening and tonight. You can see that outlook, especially north and west of the city. And then again tomorrow. And this is the start of that next pattern. And yes, it's going to bring us some cooler weather, but keep us pretty stormy and very muggy still. So timing it out, if you have plans to be out and about for dinner, north and west, the primed area, but to definitely be prepared for a downpour. That's one of the risks with these storms, heavy rainfall. And then again by tomorrow afternoon. And this may interrupt school pickup, but you can see temperatures staying in the 80s. It's not going to feel great, but we're going to take that heat down a notch. But I go through Saturday evening and you can see the waves of showers and thunderstorms. So can't completely rule it out heading into Friday and the weekend. And that's the case across the region. So it's going to be stormy and unsettled as this boundary sort of gets hung up here.
Look at the weather.
Things are pretty quiet aside from how muggy and warm it is. The radar and satellite picture. We're at 80 right now at Central Park. Taking a look at West Milford, New Jersey as an example, though, along with the heat, we're throwing in some showers and thunderstorms as early as about dinner time. So I'm going to track that and the severe potential, not just today, but even into tomorrow, coming up in the 10-day. Really tough day for sure at the Open for fans and players. Already by midday, the feels like temperature forecast getting it right back into the mid and upper 90s where we stay through the later part of the afternoon. At 4 o'clock, it feels like temperature still probably about 96 degrees with mostly sunny skies. You see that temper a bit as we head into the overnight with clouds moving in, and perhaps some of the later matches will be keeping an eye on the radar, north and west especially, not just showers and thunderstorms, but some that may be on the strong side. So it's the heavy rain and gusty winds that will be a concern. Does it do a lot to cool us off? Not a lot, and it's just going to add to the humidity, but we'll take it as we see tomorrow temperatures back into the 80s. But there you go. So think late dinner time, late evening, especially north and west, Clinton, Sussex to Poughkeepsie, showers and thunderstorms. Some may have that heavy rainfall. I think we're okay for the morning drive and school bus stop for tomorrow morning. The pickup, though, may be a different story. You can see by 3 p.m. probably still some scattered showers and thunderstorms with heavy rainfall that sticks around through the evening travel. And then you see waves of these showers and storms, not just through Friday night, but into Saturday and even on into Sunday. So this boundary gets hung up a bit, and we have a couple of these disturbances rolling along, enhancing that shower and thunderstorm threat, really even as we get into the middle of next week. And at that point, yeah, we'll start to see and feel that difference in humidity, as well as those boundaries guiding lee away from the coast. So that's something we're still watching. All right, it's 80 degrees already out the door, so be ready for it. One more day in the 90s, 92 at Central Park with the southwest wind not helping a ton. It still stays very muggy and mild overnight. 75 degrees with the chance of storms today and again tomorrow. 85 degrees. So yeah, we take it down just a